Built to Create Value, a practical guide to developing the mindset, character, and skills of a successful entrepreneur. YouTube audiobook, Session 12. The Entrepreneur as an Agent of Social Development. Welcome to Built to Create Value, a practical guide to developing the mindset, character, and skills of a successful entrepreneur. Written by Daniel Eremesele. This is Session 12. The Entrepreneur as an Agent of Social Development. In our previous session, we looked at the indicators of entrepreneurial progress. We established that progress is about more than revenue. It includes stronger systems, better decisions, improved customer relationships, greater competence, healthier finances, better leadership, and increasing capacity to create value. Now we move into another important dimension of entrepreneurship. We are going to examine the entrepreneur not only as a business owner, but as an agent of social development. Entrepreneurship does not affect only the entrepreneur. A successful enterprise can affect families, employees, customers, suppliers, communities, industries, and even entire economies. When an entrepreneur creates something useful, the value can spread far beyond the person who owns the business. That is why entrepreneurship carries both opportunity and responsibility. Entrepreneurship is bigger than personal income. Many people begin entrepreneurship because they want to improve their financial situation. There is nothing wrong with that. A business should generate income. An entrepreneur should be able to benefit from the value he or she creates. But entrepreneurship becomes more powerful when you understand that the business can do more than provide income for one person. A business can create employment. It can provide products. It can provide services. It can train people. It can create opportunities. It can strengthen suppliers. It can improve standards. It can solve social problems. It can stimulate economic activity. The entrepreneur therefore becomes part of something bigger. Your business may begin as a personal dream, but if it grows, it may become a platform through which many other people also benefit. Entrepreneurs transform resources into value. Every society possesses resources. Some resources are natural, some are financial, some are human, some are intellectual, some are technological, but resources alone do not automatically create development. They must be organized. Entrepreneurs take resources and combine them in productive ways. They take money, knowledge, skills, land, technology, people, equipment, ideas, and time, and organize them into products and services. This transformation is important. A raw material may have potential, but entrepreneurship helps turn that potential into something useful. For example, agricultural produce can become packaged food. Raw talent can become professional service. Technology can become an accessible solution. Knowledge can become training. An empty property can become a business location. Entrepreneurs help move resources from potential into productivity. Entrepreneurs create employment. One of the most visible contributions of entrepreneurship is employment. When an enterprise grows, one person may no longer be able to handle everything. The business begins to need administrative support, salespeople, drivers, designers, technicians, cleaners, managers, accountants, marketers, and many other roles. Each job represents more than a position. It represents a person, and behind that person may be a family. This means the growth of one responsible business can affect many households. Employment gives people an opportunity to earn income. But good employment can also provide skills, experience, confidence, training, professional exposure, and personal development. A responsible entrepreneur therefore understands that employees are not simply expenses. They are people whose lives can be strengthened through productive work. Entrepreneurs create skills. Employment does more than provide income. It can also develop competence. When someone works in a strong organization, that person may learn customer service, communication, technology, financial discipline, leadership, teamwork, problem solving, time management, or technical skills. These abilities remain valuable even beyond the current workplace. This means businesses can become places where people are developed. An entrepreneur who invests in training employees is not merely strengthening the company. The entrepreneur is also strengthening human capacity. Imagine the long-term effect of teaching young people useful skills. Some may remain with the organization. Some may eventually become managers. Others may establish businesses of their own. The value continues multiplying. Entrepreneurs provide products and services people need. Every functioning society depends on products and services. People need food, transport, housing, communication, education, healthcare, clothing, technology, financial services, maintenance, entertainment, construction, professional advice, and countless other things. Entrepreneurs help make these things available. When you create a useful product or service, you are participating in making life function. Sometimes the contribution seems ordinary because we encounter it every day. But imagine communities without shops, transport businesses, repair services, food producers, builders, or communication services. Daily life would become extremely difficult. The entrepreneur therefore performs an important social function, meeting needs through organized value creation. Entrepreneurs support other businesses. No business operates completely alone. A growing enterprise usually purchases from other businesses. You may need suppliers, transport companies, designers, printers, accountants, lawyers, software providers, maintenance workers, internet services, property owners, security services, or consultants. This creates a network. When your business succeeds, other businesses may benefit. When those businesses grow, they may employ more people. This is how entrepreneurial activity multiplies. A single business can become connected to many other businesses. The entrepreneur therefore contributes to an ecosystem of economic activity. Entrepreneurs stimulate local economies. Money that circulates through productive activity can strengthen a community. A business earns revenue. It pays employees. Employees buy goods and services. The business purchases from suppliers. Suppliers pay their employees. The business may pay rent, taxes, utilities, transport costs, professional fees. This creates economic movement. The stronger and more productive local businesses become, the greater the potential for communities to become economically active. Entrepreneurship therefore contributes not only through individual wealth, but through circulation of value. Entrepreneurs solve social problems. Some of the greatest entrepreneurial opportunities are connected to social problems. Ask, what problem is affecting people? What service is missing? What is too expensive? What is difficult to access? What process wastes time? What group is underserved? What could be delivered more effectively? Entrepreneurs can contribute solutions in areas such as education, healthcare, transport, housing, agriculture, energy, technology, waste management, financial services, and skills development. This does not mean every social problem can or should become a commercial business. But entrepreneurial thinking can often help create practical solutions. A problem is not only something to complain about. It can also become an invitation to think. Entrepreneurship can reduce dependency. When people possess productive skills and opportunities, they are better positioned to create income and contribute to society. Entrepreneurship can help people move from dependence toward productivity. This does not mean everyone must own a business. Employment is valuable. Professional careers are valuable. Public service is valuable. But entrepreneurial capacity expands the number of ways people can participate economically. A person may create a service, a small enterprise, a digital product, a local solution, or a professional practice. The more people develop productive capacity, the more options become available. Entrepreneurs create innovation. Society develops when people improve the way things are done. Entrepreneurs often drive innovation because they are close to customer problems. They see what people are struggling with. They see where existing solutions are weak. They see opportunities to improve. Innovation may involve technology, product design, service delivery, payment systems, communication, distribution, or business models. Not every innovation must be revolutionary. Sometimes development happens through many small improvements. A faster process, a simpler service, a more affordable product, better access, more reliable delivery. Small innovations can produce meaningful social impact. Entrepreneurs can improve quality of life. Business affects everyday life. Consider how much of daily life depends on entrepreneurial solutions. A transport company helps people reach work. A food business provides meals. A technology company helps people communicate. A builder creates homes and workplaces. A teacher or training company develops skills. A repair business keeps equipment functioning. When these services are delivered well, quality of life improves. The entrepreneur therefore does more than sell. The entrepreneur participates in helping society function more effectively. Entrepreneurs can create opportunities for young people. Young people often struggle because they lack experience. They may have education but no opportunity to apply it. Businesses can become places where young people receive internships, training, mentorship, employment, and exposure. An entrepreneur may not be able to employ everyone, but even creating a few meaningful opportunities can make a difference. One trained young person may eventually train others. One employee may become a future manager. One apprentice may become a future business owner. Never underestimate the multiplier effect of developing people. Social development requires responsible entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship can create positive impact, but it can also create harm if it is irresponsible. A business that exploits workers may generate profit while damaging people. A business that pollutes the environment may create income while creating social cost. A business that deceives customers may grow temporarily while destroying trust. Therefore, social development requires responsible entrepreneurship. The entrepreneur should ask, are we creating real value? Are we treating people fairly? Are we operating ethically? Are we respecting the environment? Are we creating long-term value or merely extracting short-term profit? Development should make life better, not simply make one person richer. Profit and social impact can work together. Some people believe that profit and social contribution are opposites, but they do not have to be. A profitable business can continue operating. It can employ people. It can improve products. It can invest in technology. It can expand. It can pay suppliers. It can support communities. Sustainable profit gives an enterprise the resources to continue creating value. The key is balance. Profit should not come through exploitation, and social contribution should not be managed so carelessly that the business collapses. Healthy entrepreneurship seeks both sustainability and contribution. An entrepreneur should ask, "WHO benefits when I succeed?" This is an important question. If your business grows, who benefits? Only you. Or do customers receive better service? Do employees develop? Do suppliers gain opportunities? Does the community receive something useful? Does the industry improve? Do families benefit? The broader the value created by a business, the greater its potential social contribution. Success becomes more meaningful when it creates opportunities beyond the founder. Entrepreneurs can build local supply chains. Whenever possible and practical, businesses can strengthen other local businesses. A growing enterprise may buy materials, services, food, transport, printing, technology, or maintenance from other local entrepreneurs. This creates economic relationships. Of course, quality and price still matter. A business should not choose poor quality suppliers simply because they are local. But when local suppliers can meet the standard, supporting them can help strengthen the local economy. Strong economies are often networks of businesses supporting productive activity. Entrepreneurs help build a culture of possibility. When people see someone build something useful from limited resources, it can change what they believe is possible. One entrepreneur may inspire others to think. Someone may say, if that person started small and built something valuable, Perhaps I can also develop my abilities. This is especially important in communities where people feel trapped by limitation. Entrepreneurship can introduce a culture of creativity, responsibility, problem-solving, initiative, and productivity. The entrepreneur becomes evidence that value can be created. Entrepreneurs should not wait for perfect conditions. Social development cannot depend only on ideal circumstances. Every community has challenges. Infrastructure may be weak, capital may be limited, markets may be difficult, skills may be missing, but entrepreneurs often begin by asking, what can we do with what we have? This does not mean ignoring systemic problems. Governments, institutions, and communities still have important responsibilities. But entrepreneurship focuses attention on practical action. What can be built now? What can be improved now? What can be tested now? What small value can be created now? Progress often begins before everything becomes perfect. Entrepreneurs can contribute through mentorship. Not every social contribution requires money. An experienced entrepreneur can contribute through knowledge. You can mentor someone, teach a young person, share lessons, help someone avoid mistakes, introduce someone to useful opportunities. Mentorship multiplies experience. One lesson learned over 10 years may save someone else years of unnecessary struggle. As you grow, consider how your knowledge can become part of the value you give back. Entrepreneurs should build people, not only companies. A company can become successful and still fail to develop people. But strong entrepreneurs understand that people are part of the legacy. Build employees, build leaders, build confidence, build competence, teach people how to think, give appropriate responsibility, allow people to grow. A business that develops people creates value that continues beyond the immediate transaction. Entrepreneurship and dignity. Productive work gives people more than money. It can create dignity. There is satisfaction in knowing that your effort produces something useful. There is dignity in being able to contribute. There is confidence in becoming skilled. There is meaning in solving problems. Entrepreneurship can help create environments where people participate in productive activity rather than feeling powerless. The goal is not merely to create jobs. It is to create meaningful opportunities where people can grow. Entrepreneurs can help raise standards. A strong business can influence an entire industry. If you deliver better customer service, competitors may be forced to improve. If you improve product quality, customer expectations may rise. If you create better employee conditions, others may learn. If you introduce more efficient technology, the market may modernize. This means entrepreneurship can raise standards beyond one organization. Excellence can become contagious. Social development begins with value creation. At the center of all this is value. Employment is created because a business creates value. Suppliers benefit because value is being exchanged. Customers benefit because value is being delivered. Communities benefit because useful activity is increasing. This is why the central message of Built to Create Value matters so much. You are not simply building a business. You are learning to create useful value. And useful value has the power to multiply. Personal reflection and action. Before moving to the next session, take time to consider the wider impact of your entrepreneurial journey. Question 1. Who benefits when your business succeeds? List customers, employees, suppliers, families, and community members. Question 2. What social problem around you could become an opportunity for responsible value creation? Think carefully. What need is currently underserved? Question 3. How can your business create more opportunity for other people? Could you train someone, mentor someone, hire someone, buy from another small business, create an internship? Question 4. What skill could your business help other people develop? Consider your employees, young people, or people in your community. Question 5. Is there any area where your business creates value but also creates unnecessary harm? Could something be improved? Perhaps waste, poor communication, employee treatment, or environmental impact. Question 6. Finally ask, if my business becomes highly successful, what kind of impact do I want it to have beyond my own income? Write your answer down. Let that answer influence the kind of enterprise you build. Closing. Thank you for listening to session 12 of Built to Create Value, written by Daniel Eramesele. Remember, the entrepreneur is more than a person who makes money. The entrepreneur can become an agent of development. Entrepreneurs organize resources, create employment, develop skills, serve customers, support suppliers, stimulate economic activity, solve social problems, create innovation, and open opportunities for others. Build a business that succeeds, but also build a business that contributes. Let your success create value beyond yourself. Let your growth strengthen people, and let your enterprise become part of the solution wherever you are. In our next session, we will continue with Session 13, Core Competencies of a Successful Entrepreneur. We will examine the practical abilities every entrepreneur needs to develop, including leadership, decision-making, risk management, communication, creativity, financial understanding, execution, and continuous learning. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, keep developing people, keep creating opportunities, and keep building your ability to create value. This is Built to Create Value, written by Daniel Eramesele. We sincerely appreciate the time you have spent with us. We look forward to connecting with you again. Until then, remain blessed, continue exploring the treasures God has placed within you, and remember to listen to our other inspirational materials. We would be grateful to receive your feedback and hear how this audiobook has blessed, encouraged, or transformed your life. Please help us to like and subscribe to our channel to help us reach more people. Thank you once again.